Hey everybody, we're going to talk about integrating a Flipgrid into your Canvas course. So first things first, you're going to want to create an account in Flipgrid. If you haven't yet, you would go to Educator Sign Up, or if you already have an account, just log into your Educator account. All right, and so you'll just be authenticating that account. All right, and you'll see your grids. Now, so a blank one would look like this, and you would start making groups and things like that. So let me get to my other Flipgrid account here. And so this is what it will look like with lots of different groups and different grids in those groups and videos. So just a little terminology here. So this is a group, right? And then in that group, you'll have various topics, right? So you'll make topics inside that group. All right, and so here's just a bunch of different topics I've done in the past. Now, when we're integrating into Canvas, we're actually not going to be picking a specific group yet. What we're going to want to do is actually just connect your two accounts, right? Your Flipgrid account and your Canvas account. So we want to go to, when we get to our Canvas, right, we're going to go to the dashboard, right? We're going to select whatever class that is. So here I'm just going to select my sandbox, right? This is just my practice account, right? And so when I get in here, right, what I'm going to want to do is go to my settings, and in there I'm going to then go to the apps section. All right, so here you can see all the settings for the course here, but we want to click apps, right? And so what I want to do is find the specific app that I'm looking for this. So it would be Flipgrid in this case. Flipgrid, if I could find it. There it is. So Flipgrid. So when I click on that, I'm going to want to add the app. Now here it's going to ask for a consumer key and a secret key. So where can I get that? Well, I need to go over to my Flipgrid account here, and underneath my name you can see the various information here, but what I'm going to want to click on here, it says integrations. So integrations here, you see I have an account, right? And so I want to get the consumer key and the secret key and connect those, right? So here I'm just going to hit copy. That's my consumer key. I'm going to go back over to Canvas. I'm going to paste that in, and then I'm going to want to copy my secret key, go over there, paste that in, and I'm going to add the app. Okay, and so here then you can see that Flipgrid has been installed on my Canvas course here. Now this only does it by Canvas course, but you can see right here that it's going to appear on your navigation bar. Now if you don't want it to appear there, you can hide that, of course, as well. Right, so here I'm just gonna go ahead and add it, and well, now I have two, so but one of these then is going to be right. Okay, so so when I click on Flipgrid here, so hypothetically, right, I'm in my Canvas course, and I click on Flipgrid here, right, and so it's going to prompt me to connect Flipgrid to Canvas. So this always has to once I connect the two accounts, I always need to start from Canvas. Everything is going to move from Canvas to Flipgrid. It can't go the other way. So I don't want to create a group, and I don't want to create topics in Flipgrid and then try to merge them into Canvas. It doesn't work that way. So you need to start from Canvas and migrate over to Flipgrid. So now that I've made that install, then what I want to do is connect that Flipgrid to Canvas. So I'm going to create a course group, right? So now it would have, of course, prompted me to make a connection with by logging in first, right? Of course, but so you can see here though, it made me a new group, Sandbox Course, right? And so this is my new group. All right, and so whenever I click on this Flipgrid tab on here, it's going to bring me to the entire group, right? And it's just a window into there, so I could hypothetically create topics and things like that through here, and kids can still interact through here. Now, of course, if you want to create an assignment with Flipgrid, that's going to be a little bit different of a process, right? So most of you then are, you're working through your modules, right? And you decide that you want to make an assignment into a Flipgrid response. You want them to record their thoughts. So just looking through here, just some old assignments that I had made, right? I'm going to, here's a silly little activity called Gummy Government. All right, so now what I'm going to want to do then in this situation is I've decided that I want them to submit their work through a video submission. All right, so when I'm in, I'm typing out all my instructions and all that kind of stuff. And so then I'm going to go down to submission type. And on submission type, I'm going to click External Tool. And on External Tool, then I'm going to click Find, and I need to find the tool. Well, it's Flipgrid, right? So you can see I have a couple different integrations that I need to change, but this is the one right here, Flipgrid, right, that I had installed. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to hit select. So what that's saying is that I want students to use an external tool to submit their work, and when they actually submit their work through that external tool, then it will submit into Canvas, right? So there it is, and I would set a date range and all that kind of stuff, right? So when I hit save, then you'll see at the bottom here, you're going to see the new topic, right? It pulled that information that I had already filled out. Unit 1, Intro Activity, Gummy Government, right? It pulled this title information right from there. And so what I need to do here now is edit that material, right? So by hitting this pencil, right, I can edit the content of this video, right? So then I might change the title, right? I might change the prompt, right, and fill that out, though hypothetically that would be in the Canvas as well. I can change the time, right? I can add a fun little GIF maybe. So candy, maybe, I don't know. I just want a silly little thing, right? So let's do this picture, right? I'm gonna select that, right? So that's gonna be on the thing when they look at it, right? And I can add whatever material I want. I can go through all these settings. Right, so update. And so this is what the student sees, and then there would be a green button. I have obviously no responses here, but there would be a green plus button for the student. They would click that and they would record their video. Or if they're on their iPad, they would be prompted to go to the app. Now, so you can see record a response, right? You could add your own even. So in any case, so once students do this, right, they will, once they submit there, it's going to end up in the course material. So what's nice about doing this is that right here underneath the student submission, you would actually end up seeing a pop out of Flipgrid with their video, and then it would play. Now, just a few kind of tips. One, if a kid ends up recording a video and another video as a comment on someone else, it's always going to end up showing you the last video they recorded first, right? So if you're doing some kind of discussion or dialogue, you're going to want to make sure that you tell the students to be the last person to comment on their own discussion thread. So the reason being, like, their last comment is on their own discussion thread if they're having a discussion or dialogue, because then I'm going to see, not only am I going to see the root response, but I'm going to see all the other responses from other students, and I'm going to see their final statement on their post. Now, unfortunately, if you don't do this, then the student's going to end up commenting on someone else's video as their last submission. And so what you're going to end up seeing here is their response, not their original video. And you would have to kind of rummage around and look for that. So that's kind of one pro tip that, that has come across over the years. The other thing is that if you keep this navigation button over here on the left, students might hypothetically click on the Flipgrid button. They're going to see the course, they're going to see the topic, they could hypothetically then go into the topic here and then record their response. But if they do that, yes, the video will be on Flipgrid, but since it wasn't done through the assignment and it wasn't done through as a submission for that assignment, then it will be marked as missing, right, 0, because it wasn't done through there. So if this becomes a problem, I like to sometimes hide that so that students don't see it and don't get confused. It just depends on how well students are trained or informed on how to do this. All right, so this is a fun, engaging, easy way to get face-to-face verbal interaction. So it's an ideal scenario for distance learning, for online learning, for asynchronous discussion stuff. So happy creating and good luck.